So when it comes to tube drawing specifically, oftentimes OD, wall thickness, and ID become all three factors that need to be controlled. So floating plugs and mandrels are very commonly used for controlling both the wall thickness and the ID of the material. When it comes to providing either a floating plug or mandrel and what's recommended, I will default to just saying it really depends on the material application customer needs. We've worked with both. To give some background to those that aren't as familiar with either one, a mandrel is going to be basically a solid rod that goes through the entire center of the entire tubing. So as it's being reduced through the die, it is throughout the entire length of the tube controlling the ID and wall ID, which then by nature of the die reducing it controls also the wall thickness. The way a floating plug works is it's a small device put at the front end of the material, and as the die is compressing the tube, the floating plug moves further down the tube itself, so it's always at the location of the tube and the die as it's being reduced to work around it. Floating plugs obviously are more beneficial in the fact that you don't have to install a mandrel and then uninstall it, but because you're relying on the die's motion through the material, are usually a little less precise. So which is why I say depending on what you're looking to do for applications, that's oftentimes why we leave it up to the customer to decide which one they prefer, and then we'll design the equipment to accommodate.